Welcome back to Fat Cloud TV, brought to you by Vaping. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the brand new Geekvape GBox Squonk Kit. Welcome back to Fat Cloud TV. I hope you guys had a great holiday, and yeah, I hope you guys found great vape deals and all that good stuff. So anyway, today we're looking at the brand new Geekvape GBox Squonk Kit. The GBox was originally released a couple months ago, I'm pretty sure, and not a lot of people got their hands on it because I think Geekvape discontinued it quite quickly, and Squonking at that time wasn't like taking off as it is today. Now they're back and they completely redesigned the GBox and made it the entire kit now, so it comes with basically everything you need to start squonking. Now for those of you guys who are now getting into squonking or this type of vape experience or just interested in it, we did post a full guide on our YouTube channel. We have actually two videos, one that goes over like the basics and one that has some product recommendations. I'll leave that down in the description below if you're interested in checking those out. If you want to know more information about squonking and all that good stuff. But today we're going to focus on the GBox. Yeah, like I said, they completely redesigned it. This includes both the GBox and a new RDA called the Radar. And it comes with a bunch of different stuff. It comes with 2 squonk bottles, it comes with the RDA, it comes with the GBox itself, micro USB cable, and a couple of things I'll show when we get down below. But I would like to first thank 3A Vape for sending this product my way for the purposes of this video. Thank you guys very much for sending it out to us. So without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and dive down below. Here we are with the up close portion. It comes in a relatively, the GBox comes in a relatively basic black box. I'm not 100% sure if this is the final retail packaging, but it looks like it will be, to be honest. But anyway, once you slide it open, you're met with a GBox, an additional drip tip, and this is where the accessories would be. But let me take out the mod real quick just to show you what's included. Like I said, you get an extra drip tip, and you get a box here that has your additional accessories. Like, so you got spare O-rings, you have a 510 drip tip adapter, you get, it looks like a normal standard 510 pin for the Radar RDA, standard screws, basic stuff. You have your additional squonk bottle here. This is not a silicone squonk bottle, by the way. It is a bit stiff, which may be a subjective con to you. I personally also like the softer silicone bottles, but these tend to break in after some usage. And then you have a very nice, actually, micro USB cable. And I would assume this is for firmware updates. I wouldn't recommend charging your device using this. Definitely get an external battery charger. I think it's just much safer that way. But anyway, let's go to the star of the show, which is the GBox Squonk Kit, or Squonker Kit. So, I mean, it's very similar to the original GBox, but it's very different. For one, you have the red accent here, and the rest of the body is black. You have the micro USB port right in the front. This is available in multiple different colors, by the way. I'm not sure exactly what colors, but this is the red and black. I'll put it, somewhere in the screen where it tells you exactly what colors are available when it's launched. But anyway, you have the squonk bottle right here, and this is one thing that I could probably say might bother some people. The squonk bottle and the battery door is kind of like all in one. So when you're, say your batteries in here, you want to fill up your bottle, when you pull out your bottles, your batteries are going to come flying out. And yeah, but it does use 2 AT650 batteries, which is what a lot of people wanted. There's not a lot of dual AT650 regulated squonk mods in the market actually today. So Geekvape, listened and they dropped this. But the mod is relatively simple. It uses a chip that's very similar to the Aegis, and you'll see it in a second when I put some batteries in here. But let me show you the RDA really quickly. Some quick facts is that it is a 24mm base diameter. It has a 24mm base diameter. It has a gold-plated build deck. It has a unique build deck here. It's like a two-post, but it's like angled in a way. And it looks pretty easy. So you would have, you know, one lead here, and then one lead there, one lead there on each side. It looks like it's really easy to build on, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure that when you insert your coil, you don't really have to cut your lead too much because the coil goes through and you can cut it from the inside. But it has adjustable side airflow. They put on the top cap. The O-rings are really nice. I didn't even juice these up or nothing, and these O-rings are very good. But you have fully adjustable side airflow. There is a little top slit here with the airflow, and when you close it off, well, let me show you. Now it's tight, the other O-rings. But when you close it off a certain amount, you'll have the middle section, that slit open, and in the middle of the airflow hole here open. And then if you keep turning, man, this O-ring is tight now. You know, it has just, this is, the top one is closed and then the bottom one is open. Basic side airflow, really. You have an 810 drip tip installed. It does come with the 510 drip tip if you want to use it. I'm pretty sure it's 510. It might be, sorry. It might be 810 or, yeah, it looks to be 810 actually. So yeah, I mean, it's a very simple RDA, nothing crazy. And it does come pre-installed with the squonk pin, as you see there, which is what you would need to use to squonk. It's called a Radar, it has that there. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure this accommodates, I would assume 24 or maybe a 25. Let me just put this back on. Yeah, it looks to be 25mm would probably be like the biggest you want to put on here, which is just fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on batteries so I can show you the menu system really quickly. So put it in. It is configured in series and it's clearly marked where you got to put them in. Just push it in and 5 clicks will turn it on. As you can see, it's basically just like the Aegis. You have your wattage, you have, what did you got here? The resistance, the amperage, the voltage, and the puff counter. And 3 clicks will put you into the menu. Basically, you can scroll through here, go through the different temperature controls. Yeah, I think it has stainless steel. No, yeah, stainless steel and at 200. A TCR mode. It has a curve mode and it has a bypass mode. So once you figure out what you want to, you know, use, and it does go to 200 watts. Oops, sorry about that. To get back into just normal, you know, back to vaping, you just hold down the fire button. There's no cord on there, so that's why. So just to show you, it scrolls relatively fast. So a maximum of 200 watts. Now I'm not 100% sure if it actually hit 200 watts or not, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like somewhere along the lines. So, I mean, it scrolls pretty decently. Not too fast, not too slow. I'm not sure how I feel about the fire button here. It's like right on top of the screen. You know how usually you have a fire button, there's like, you know, kind of like this type of material, like a zinc alloy or aluminum. But like once you, like, your finger kind of like, if it's touching the fire button, it's also touching the screen. So that, like, might take some time to get used to. It's not really a big deal or anything, but, you know, just something to mention. 5 clicks on and off. You know, it has a little lightning bolt logo. Going by how the Geekvape Aegis performed, I'm pretty sure this would perform quite well in regards to temperature control and you know, normal wattage vaping and all that. I actually really like this board from Geekvape. I think they did a phenomenal job with this one. So, I mean, I basically showed you, you know, the GBox and the Radar RDA up close real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw a quick build on the Radar and fill up the Squonk bottle and stuff like that, and then yeah, show you what we got. So I threw a quick dual fuse Clapton in here. I just used the Lightning Vapes pre-spool Clapton. I actually really like them. The build for this came out to 0.17, 0.18 ohm, somewhere around those lines. It is 26 gauge Nichrome 80, wrapped with, I think, 36 gauge Nichrome 80. And the juice of choice today is going to be Jam Monster Grape. I think I got juice somewhere at the bottom or something. But anyway, Jam Monster Grape. This is their newest flavor in the Jam Monster line. Pretty good so far. I actually like it better than the blueberry, and the apple for sure. But I'm not sure if I like this more than the strawberry. But it's still good nonetheless. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and fill. See what I mean? So yeah, when you go to fill the Squonk bottle, your batteries are gonna come flying out. Apparently. So anyway, this is what it looks like here. So this kind of creates a seal for you when you put the Squonk bottle in. One subjective con is probably you can't really use, I guess, like third-party Squonk bottles. So some people might see it as a con. Some people, might not care, but just to let you know. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. This bottle, by the way, holds 8 ml of e-juice, which is a good amount, I would say. I mean, there's some that are a little bit smaller, that are like 6 ml or 5 ml even. I think the new Sigali Fruit Chai Squonk is like a 5 ml Squonk bottle or something, but not 100% sure. So what I like to do, I don't like to fill this up all the way. I like to leave a little bit of room in all my Squonk bottles. Because when you put the hose in, well, the silicone tube, for example, it kind of rises up a little bit. So I'm going to treat this the same way. So you basically just want to plop it in like so. Bam, you're done. And then put your batteries back in because they flew out when you opened the battery door. But yeah, so make sure you put it in the right way. Remember, this configured in series. So I'm not sure if you can see the Squonk action, but one thing I do want to mention about this RDA is that the Squonk pin or the Squonk hole is elevated just a little bit, so it doesn't it leaves some e-liquid in there basically when you squonk. So it doesn't take suck it all back in right away unless it touches the top. Right here, let me see if you can see some Squonk action going on here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm squonking. And just a tip, just because you're squonking on it, you still want to put a little bit of e-juice on here to get it started. And I just spilled some right down the side of the mod again. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys back up top. I'll let you know some of my thoughts. Alright, so we're back up top. I showed you the Geekvape GBox Squonk Kit up close. And here we are. So, what are my thoughts? Well, for one, I'm happy there's finally going to be a mass-produced dual 18650 Squonk mod. There isn't a lot. There's not even a lot of single 18650 regulated Squonks, and I mean that's a shame. I was hoping we see a lot more come before the end of the year, but I'm glad we at least see one here, and I think HotSig has one if I'm not mistaken, and RigMod, I think it's called the RSQ or something. And then you got the iJoy Capital Squonk as well. Those are both single 18650, but this is a dual 18650. Now keep in mind, this thing is big. I would say it's pretty much like a Relo, almost, in regards to the size. And it's expected. Remember, it's holding a Squonk bottle, it's holding two 18650 batteries. So, there's only so small this thing could be. Plus the chip itself. So you're talking about the Squonk bottle, 2 batteries, and the chip. So, I mean, there's only so much they could do when it comes to the size. So personally, I don't mind the size because it's expected, but it is comfortable to hold. It is big, like I said, but it is comfortable to hold. Squonking is easy because you can use this finger right here when you're holding it like this and firing with your thumb. You're firing with this finger, you can squonk with your thumb here. So I mean, when it comes to squonking, it's not bad. The bottle is a little hard or stiff, but it's not too bad. It's doable, especially, you put a little pressure on it. I wish it was a silicone bottle. It would have been nice to see that because those are much easier to press. But not like the one with Athena, because I think the one with Athena was really, really too soft, where it was just it wouldn't expand back. But yeah, the menu system is easy. You can see here the screen is nice and clear. It's not super bright, but it's not dim. And I mean, it looks just like the Aegis. If you have an Aegis or you've seen the Aegis, I mean, it's basically the exact same thing. 5 clicks on and off, 3 clicks will get you to the menu. Use the up and down button, the wattage up and down button to scroll through it to whichever mode you want to be in, whether it's temperature control for stainless steel, nickel, or titanium, a bypass mode, or the curve mode. You can also adjust the TCR. When you want to click 3 times, you know, you go and say you select stainless steel, you can go ahead and control your wattage, your TCR, etc. And then when you want to get out, you just basically hold the fire button out for a little bit. And I just took it off. I'm trying to go through the menu here. I'm sorry, but building the RDA, the Radar RDA, is actually not that bad. It's it has a weird type of build deck, but it's actually very easy to build on. Just keep in mind the posts are angled, so when you put in your coil, you gotta kind of put them down in an angle instead of like straight or to from the side or whatever. Just keep that in mind when you're building on it. You can fit a pretty decent sized coil build. I have a 3mm ID fuse clapped in here, and it fit with no problem. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can fit like aliens in here and all that. The airflow is fully adjustable. You have that like little middle piece on top, and then you have the full slide airflow on the side, as you can see here. And just keep in mind to lube it up a little bit. As you saw in the up close, it was pretty tight without, you know, out of the box. But I got used to this fire button. I mean, not too bad. I thought it was going to be annoying because the screens were underneath, but that's more of a nitpicky thing. Now, the biggest issue or con for me, if you want to fill the Squonk bottle, this is if you don't have a refill bottle, your batteries are going to go flying out. You know, there's no ifs or buts about it. So if you're going to, I guess, travel with this, you know, keep a battery case with you handy, or just make sure, you know, you put it in, you're putting e-liquid in, you know, kind of in a location where you can like sit down for like a minute, so you can fill it, you know, put your batteries back in and bend. But I mean, other than that, I can't really find any complaints right off the bat. The vape's good, and yeah, actually, let me show you how to vape. So there's a 0.18 ohm build, and I have it at 70 watts with the airflow wide open. As you can see, plenty of vapor. If you guys haven't had the giant Monster Grape yet, it's actually pretty good. I like it better than the grape. I mean, the grape. I am vaping the grape. I like it better than the blueberry and the apple for sure. Apple is kind of eh. The blueberry is kind of meh too. But the strawberry is like my favorite out of the line. But this is pretty damn close, if you ask me. It's like in the middle of a candy grape and a natural grape. But it tastes a little bit like a candy grape, in my opinion. And you get that, you know, the jam, you know, the rest of the jam monster, we get all the e-liquids, like the bread, the butter, toast, blah, blah. You get that, but you mostly get that grape. Just like the other ones, you get like the major flavor component, whether it's strawberry, blueberry, or apple. This one, you get like a little grape. If you're a fan of grape flavors, and you like breakfast vapes, or you like jam monster, you'll like jam monster grape, to be honest. So, but anyway, I'm going to close down the airflow just a little bit. So I got about 3/4 of the way open, and let's take a vape. 70 watts again. A little bit less vapor. With the airflow closed off a little bit, it does get a bit more restrictive. With the airflow wide open, it is pretty airy, but not like too airy. You know, for me, I like a little bit of a restriction to my draw, but wide open is actually pretty nice, especially for this build that could get a little bit hot. And so let me turn up the watts to like 85 watts. It definitely feels like an 85 watt vape. So I think like in regards to the performance of the mod itself, it's delivering. I haven't tested temp control, but I've done temp control testing on the Geekvape Aegis. And this is basically the same chip, and that worked fine. You know, and this one, from what I saw with other reviewers and stuff like that, I heard it was a little bit better. But I haven't really tested it myself yet. But like I said, going by with the Aegis, I mean, temp control would work good. So I would assume the same for this one, since it's pretty much running the same board, except it has more wattage. It has 200 watts rather than 100 watts with the Aegis. But like I said, squonking it is not too bad. You know, it's not too stiff. It's actually, you get used to it, especially with this. It's not like the 8 cigar inbox where that one was a little bit more stiff than this one, and the way the bottle is positioned, it wasn't as, I guess, comfortable to squonk. With this one, it's really easy to squonk with. I mean, it's really, really easy. This holds a pretty good amount of juice before you need to re-squonk. I mean, it works good. I mean, my first impressions, I don't really have any complaints about it. It's a dual 18650 Squonker, which a lot of people I know wanted. And I'm not exactly sure when this is being released. I'll probably say the next week or two you'll see a whole lot of shops carrying them. But I will leave links in the description where you can pick this up, including Monster Grape. We found a great deal for one. I'll leave it down below. Be sure too when you're using high drain 18650 batteries in here, especially if you're vaping at high wattages, such as the Sony VTC5A, the LG HB6, HB, I think it was 2, the HD2. There's plenty of good batteries out there that are like 25, 30 amps that you can use. But the VTC5A to me is the best of kind of both worlds. You get a good mod and you get a good amperage. So that's what I tend to use a lot. But anyway, when it comes to the GBox Squonker Kit, if you're looking for a dual AT650 regulated Squonker, I mean, this might just be for you, you know. If you don't mind the proprietary Squonk bottle, you don't mind how the battery door is, where the batteries come out when you're trying to change the put e-liquid. I mean, but like I said, that could be solved if you have a refill bottle. So if that's what you're looking for, because right now, I mean, definitely I recommend the GBox. I think Geekvape did a hell of a job with this one, and I'm really looking forward to what the future holds when it comes to squonking. And yeah, so if you guys like this video, you found it helpful, please give us a like. If you want to see more from us, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check out vapingcheap.com, where we post at least 10 deals every day. There's more reviews, there's more articles, a lot of different stuff we have there. Be sure to check out our latest giveaways as well. We have some running almost every single week. We have something to give away. So with all that being said, keep it cloudy.